I was calling a Ritz, so I'd like to see a replay of that.
Well, they might have been filming a Ritz as well, mate, so we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, he almost popped out, but here we go. Here's a Ritz's wave. This is a good wave. I mean, this first turn, look, commitment there, throws the thing, and here's his grab rail. I think he grab rail. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, nice.
Jake Patterson.
I know grab rail. I've seen you grab rail on your cutties before.
And anyway, now we've got a taker, and it looks like Luke again. Yep, getting up caught. Hey, pull in Luke.
Yeah,
beautiful tube ball. Should be coming out.
Nice inside
beautiful
barrel there.
One of the best barrels I've seen today. And the event cut back was a bit wobbly, but I think he got excited there, Jake.
Well, the job had been done. That was sick barrel there.
The job had been done. It didn't really matter about the cut back. We'll see some big scores there. As we've got Mushy out the back, and he's got Bobby Hansen out there with him too. It's a big set, and let's see when these guys look at it. They're going to paddle.
Yeah, these guys are going to go for the horizon knock, and I think Mushy's going to get in position for this one. They're paddling over. They will. Yes, Mushy's in a good spot for the right-hander here.
That's true, and let's call him. Mushy's coming in. He's taken off. Nice takeoff there. Wave's just backing off a little bit. He's going to get a cutty here. Just wave kind of shrunk on him a little bit. Beautiful slash there, though. Slashing cut back. He's going to get an early one before it closes out. Yes, he does, and jumps out of there.
Off. And unfortunate for Bobby, just missed that wave behind it. It looked pretty nice, too. A little bit of wonk on the right, but leaves him out the back by himself. And we see a Ritz just having to come around with the paddle of shame. But I tell you, he would have got a nice score. The score's still not yet in for either one of those rides yet. Yeah,
well, that was a flurry, and the judges are going to have to think about it because these scores are going to be so important because there was like a 13-minute kind of spell in that heat where not a big score came through, so they're going to have to really suss it out and see where everyone's going to get placed in this heat. Ritz is coming around. He's got at least a 5 to 8 minute paddle in front of him, so he's going to want to hope that's a good score, and it is. It looks like there's some good scores coming in for Ritz, and I can see a 9 already dropped in for Luke Munro. A couple of 7.5s for a Ritz. And a couple of 6s for Nick. So it's game on.
It is indeed. But whilst we're waiting for those scores, next heat we'll call up Sean Gosman. He's in the red. In the white will be Jay Davies, the local boy. Dion Agnes will be in the yellow. And Patrick Gazauskas will be in the blue. And there we have it. Luke Munro at 8.83. That was for that barrel ride. And a Ritz. While you're paddling back out there, your last ride was a 7.5.
And yes, and Nick Musgrove gets a 6-point ride. So there we go. Well, I think we'll get Eddie to call it for a Ritz in Spanish.
Yeah, I think now it started already. The fire on the hits, huh? Atenção, Aritz Aramburu, la última onda surfeada 7.50. La última onda surfeada de la licra blanca, Aritz Aramburu. La primera posición de la batería ahora está con la licra amarilla. La última onda de Luke Muro, 8.83. Third place now, na tercera posición, Lo Blue. La camiseta azul está con 6 pontos en la última onda surfeada. Necesita de 2.84. Y la cuarta posición, la licra roja, necesita ahorita de 4.51, más 15 minutos de 55 segundos para lo final. Vamos nessa, Oki.
Thank you there, Eddie. Beautiful Spanish. Sure Ritz knows where he's at.
Well, he's still paddling, mate. He's got a long paddle. He got washed all the way through and got stuck in that little rip, which even threw him further in.
Yeah, he knows where he's at. He's nowhere near the lineup. It's going to take a while, but meanwhile, we've got some sets coming through too. Oh, sorry, yep. No sets coming through yet, just yet.
But, well, these guys are going to see this any second anyway, but... So it's an early lead there for Luke Munro. He wants to get rid of that 2.5, and I tell you, if he gets his eyes out there right now, let's see if he can pick up one in this three-man heat at the moment. I mean, Ritz has got another 5 or 6 minute paddle at least.
Well, he has, and when I called an 8 minute paddle, he was in the whitewash, and that was like 5 minutes ago almost. So could it be a 10-minute paddle?
Well, this could be a good left if this... just missing it. But they're the lefts you want, the one with all the wall on it.
Hard
Look
to
at this.
resist.
Oh, you would be all over that, I know, Ock. And look at this one. Is anyone going to have a look at
This
this
is a
one?
little chip shot here for Red. Red should have a look.
No,
Nope.
no, not in.
Just
No, it didn't
goes-
really peak up on as much as we thought.
It's quite difficult from here to call it. Should be easy as we got someone jumping over the falls at the box.
Oh, that looked pretty heavy.
Very heavy as we have 14 minutes, 20 seconds left, or thereby. We have Luke Munro in a solid position. Nick Mustroff in third, needing only a 2.84 Mushy, 2.84, and Bobby Hansen needs a 4.51. So that's what you need.
Yeah, still plenty of time. And Ritz is just clawing his way back out there still. And look at this little thing. Oh, is someone going to go left on this?
Please, please, please. The boys are scratching.
And it's Luke Munro going right, and it's Bobby, I think, going left. And Luke just flicking out of that one, and that left just didn't really hold up as much as I thought. He's got a nice section here. What can he do? Oh, just fattened out on him.
Yeah, I guess he did as much as he can because the wave just hit that real deep water thing. I guess the tide's kind of getting high, is it?
It is. The tide is pushing up. High tide by it's around 1 o'clock, I think.
Okay, you can kind of tell the waves are kind of showing that. They're jacking up but kind of going a little flat. But I'm sure if you pick the right wave, you'll be able to get what you need.
It was interesting Luke Munro didn't go left on that. I know he's an ampy-turner and everything, but if he had have teed off from behind the peak there, he would have got a nice big first hit on that left-hander there. And but he doesn't like the lefts out at Margaret River. He's known for his forehand flaringness.
He is. He sure is. But his backhand is great. I love his backhand too. And I don't know if he was being nice, but he could have definitely went left.
Yeah, well, I think they would have said, yeah, let's go split it or whatever. He's actually won the Maldives before on his backhand, so he can go left.
I love Luke's backhand. I really do.
He doesn't like going left. Any day of the week you want to go split it, he'll go right any day of the week.
That's where if you want to go left, just sit next to him in the heat, eh? Which way you going, Luke? Right.
Every single time, huh? So with 12 minutes on the clock, situation is the same. Luke Munro out in the lead. He's trying to better a 2.5. You have that big 8.83. Second is a Ritz. He's trying to drop a 1.33, and he's finally got back out the back, mate.
Is he there?
Yeah, that's him.
Well, he's there. Is that him paddling through the next heat?
No. He's out there, mate.
Oh, no, that is the heat. They are sitting wide, aren't they?
So he had a good 6
Gee
to 8
whiz.
minute paddle then. And third is Bobby Hansen, and it was a 3.67 for that last left.
It was.
A 3.67, so it was not enough. You're still in third. You need a 4.51. Mushy, you're in fourth. You need a 2.84 with 11 and a half minutes.
So, yes, Jake, a 2.84 isn't a big score at all. I mean, it's only really, it's anything, but he's way out there, and he's just going to have to probably pick a good wave because he's not going to want to paddle inside to get a 2.84, not when you can see something coming.
Well, these guys look like they might have seen something. Let's have a look. And I'm pretty sure they've seen it now. And off to the horizon they go. It's
And
a
they are
big
sitting
looking
on,
set.
they're sitting wide, and they're going to find that out right now.
It's going to be a left. Is anyone going to
They're
challenge the
nowhere
left?
near
Look,
the
there's
right.
going top to bottom here, and it's looking like
It's a Ritz. He's back
it's a
out there.
wrist,
And he's-
straight back out there on a big left-hander. He is scattering around. Big open carve there, back into the wide water. And it looks like someone's having a look at the back, just flicking out. He was trying to drop a 1.33, and I reckon he would have done that.
He would have done that.
He only needed a 3.84 to go to the lead, so pretty good tactics there, I reckon.
Well, yeah, he got back out there right on cue for that. It was a big takeoff. The wave did fatten out a bit, but he'll get a score. I'm sure he's going to better his score and better his position.
Went top to bottom that thing. Imagine being right on the peak. He kind of took off on the shoulder. If he had been on the peak on that thing, he probably wouldn't have been able to get around it. It went pretty much square.
Could have got barreled.
Well, we've got another big heat coming up next. The local boy, Jay Davies. He's a monster of a human, that kid.
Yeah, I see.
Sean Gosman, the
Sean.
bald nut himself. He'll be coming up in the red. Patrick Gazassis, those Gazassis brothers all over the place. They're everywhere you look, there's one of them.
How many are there?
There's 3 of them, mate.
Oh, I get them mixed up. I think it's the same guy every
Tanner's
time.
coming up in the next heat. And we saw, was it Dane came? He got through his heat number 3. So all the Gazassis brothers loving these conditions here at Margaret River.
Wow, well, they're surfing good too. They kind of surf old school kind of, don't they? Like,
Very smooth and very
smooth,
hold their
yeah.
lines really well.
Nothing wrong with old school at all. Don't get me wrong.
Just ask you, eh?
But yeah, those guys, I love the way they surf. Are they all goofies?
No.
There's one natural.
I think Tanner's no, Patrick's a good natural, and so is. No, I think the other 2 are goofies. Dane's definitely a goofy,
Yeah.
and I think Tanner's a goofy.
And someone's paddling.
Well, this is a good-looking wave. You could really go to town on this wave. It's a good-sized wave to absolutely belt the crap out of. And no one really taking a look at that left, Doc. You would kill for that in your heat yesterday.
It's a beautiful left, yes, I would have. But the boys just not getting it. They just went under him there. Nice big cut back there. I'm mind surfing right now. But, yeah. So, what's the situation, as Renato would say?
8.5 minutes on the clock. Situation is the same. Ritz did better a score, mate. He got a 4.67, and he has moved to the lead. Luke Munro, you are in second now. To go back to the lead, you need a 3.34. And Bobby Hansen, you're in third now. You now need a 7.01. And Nick Muscroft, you now need a 5.34 with 8 minutes on the clock. And who's going to be in position, Ock?
Wow, well, they're going to see it once they go over this. I can say it's a fairly sizey wave, and they're pushing over to the peak. No one's on the rights. No one's even catching the rights this heat. Someone could be sitting on the right-hand side catching rights, just probably winning this heat by a long way.
Well,
And they
look,
just
all too big.
get under there. Oops, someone almost copped that on the back, and I saw someone almost getting to the right-hand side of the peak, and I think it might be Bobby Hansen.
Yeah, he's gone wide, and he might be in position for this one, but I think it looks like it's going to be Luke Munro might take it off him.
Well, you're right.
And
Luke's
it
up.
is Luke. He's looking for another barrel, is he? No, drives around. He's riding a 6'3" surfboard. Little thing. Is he going to challenge the hit? Yes, he is. Can he hang on? No.
Oh, he would have got dragged then, yeah. But I love the way when he took that wave, he was in the whitewash and he'd done a couple of little bunny hops and got to the green face, got a nice snap in. And then if he made that last turn, he would have bettered his score. He must have a low second score, and it's only
2.5. He's trying to better there.
2.5.
He would have definitely done if he had made that last turn.
Or actually a 3.7, yeah. But,
Well, he did. He dropped it. It's a 3.07, but he's still in second place. So, Luke Munro, your last wave was a 3.07. So now the situation is, Bobby, you now need a 7.58. And Mushy, you need a 5.91. Situation just changed a little bit, Ock.
Just a little bit. I mean, Mushy only needed a 2.84 a little while ago and didn't have a play in that set. Now needing a 5.91, which is not a big score. But I just would like to see Mushy just, just being able to get one to match it with these guys. And it's if you don't catch a wave, his scores will just grow and grow, the situation that you need. And I just hope that Mushy gets another chance in this heat.
Very tough out there in a four-man heat, in and Ock. These guys.
It is.
Some big points here. Six-star prime. So these guys ready to cut off the left testicle to get through this heat. But we'll pass over to our interpreter here for Aritz.
Ok. Atenção então, Aritz Aramburu, camiseta branca, la licra branca. Ahora usted está en la primera posición de la batería, la última onda surfeada, 4.67. Usted está con 4.67 y 7.50. Tiene la lideranza de la batería hasta el momento. La segunda posición está la licra amarilla. Amarilla tiene 8.83 y 3.07. Todavía necesita de 3.37 para alcanzarlo. La tercera posición, ahorita está la licra roja. Necesita hasta el momento de 7.58 para alcanzar la clasificación. Todavía ahora amarilla, bandera amarilla, 5 minutos para lo final. Y lo camiseta azul, la última situación de la batería, está precisando de ahora de 5.91. Vamos nessa, Ok.
Well, that's it. Under 5 minutes remaining, you guys. 4 minutes 45. And who's in position for this one, Ock? It looks like no one.
Yep.
No one. It's a little bit wide towards the right-hander. Situation is the same. Nick Musgrove looking for a 5.91. And Bobby Hansen looking for a 7.58.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, so under 4 minutes, and the scores are obtainable, especially for Mushy.
Well, mate, he's only caught one wave in this whole heat. 26 minutes has gone, and he's only had one ride. Been very patient. I guess he just been out of position a little bit, and maybe been on the wrong side of the peak when the boys have been out there.
Yeah, it is funny, eh? They've always been sitting on that side of the peak, but it's probably not. It might be because of the other two guys forcing them to sit there. You know, they're keeping their inside position, and if they give it up, they're probably gonna get followed back onto the other side of the peak. It's a tactic, I'm sure it is. These two guys are in a pretty commanding position, as is Luke and Ritz. But here we go. Ritz having a sniff. No,
that was Bobby.
That was Bobby.
And I tell you, I've had a little look at this one. Someone will take this wave, I reckon. It's looking pretty nice.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not. Bobby's going to have a look. No takers.
No takers, and gee whiz,
3 minutes on the clock, Ock.
No, I'm getting nervous for Mushy. I really like this kid. He's from Victoria. He rips.
Talking
Good friend
Mafia.
of Jack Perry. Yep, and I'm feeling it for him. One wave. It's not easy at all. You want to have a few chances, not just one. Still have 2.5 minutes.
Well,
2 minutes 30 seconds.
Nick Musgrove, if he's only going to get one more chance, if there is one at all. All these guys, they're not going to have enough time to paddle back out the back if a set does come. So there's going to be a little scrap at this first little one. Is there?
There will be a scrap, and they're already kind of scrapping. They know there's something outside.
Well, this
They've
could be
seen
it. With 2 minutes 10 on the clock, who's going to be in position for this one? It's looking pretty nice, peeking up in the middle of the peak. Could be a bit of a hassle, and
Mushy scratching. He's got it.
He's taken off deep. Big drive.
He's just going to have to get around this section. As he does, gets a little snap in there. He doesn't like it though.
He knew it wasn't going to be his 5.91 and flicks straight out and goes, I'll try and get back out the back again. So I was wrong, mate. He is going to get another chance.
Yeah, he did.
I thought he was only going to get a one-shot wonder at it, but
maybe two shots. 1 minute 40 seconds. 1 minute 40 seconds. As we can see,
that south side going berserk. Look at the size of that set over there. And there we are on the screen there, Rock.
Hello out there.
Hi, everyone out there in Webland.
Margaret River.
Perfect 6 to 8 foot Margaret River. And these guys have just paddled over this first one and saw this set. And it's pretty solid.
It's really solid, Jake. Mushy's kind of on the inside. These two guys, Bobby Hansen, having a look. Probably looking at the left. No, he's gone
Luke
right.
Munro
There's a drop in.
hasn't seen him.
Oh, Luke Munro has not seen him. And can we tell him that there's a guy behind him?
Oh, I don't know what's happened here.
And Luke does a beautiful closeout re-entry. Doesn't quite make it. Someone fell out of the sky, as in a Ritz, taking a big 8-foot drop. Gee whiz, Jake. Luke didn't see Bobby behind him. And were they close enough for an interference? That's the question.
Well, we're going to leave that up to the judges, that's for sure. They were both up and riding, so we'll have to wait and see. With this heat winding down with 30 seconds, will Nick Musgrove get a chance here? He's having a look at this one. He still needs a score, and no. Unlucky there for Mushy. 20 seconds on the clock.
So a controversial end to this heat, Jake. We're going to have to leave it with the judges. There was two guys up. We don't know how close they are. I mean, we know how close. We don't know if they actually interfered, but
I think Luke Munro still might get through, even if he does get an interference.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's the end of that heat. Sorry for the countdown, you guys, but that's the end of that heat. We'll wait for the judges. And that's up after there for Mushy.
Yeah, Nick Musgrove getting a wave. 5 seconds as we have a telephone call. Yep.
Hello?
Late scratching. Sorry. Oh, that was an interference call maybe, but that was the phone. But
It's the head judge. Can you call us back, please?
as we're in between heats, and we're just going to go on standby.
Hello? Yep. Hello? Yellow and red? Okay, thanks.
Okay, so that was a telephone call, and that was an interference yellow on red.
Yes, it was yellow on red, but we'll have to wait for the scores there. I think Luke Munro still might have made it with the scores. We're going to have to add them up here because he gets half his second score, so half of 3.33 is a 1.75, so add that on top of that. I think it still beats Bobby Hansen. I'm not sure. But we're going to count this one down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So there we have it. I can see Luke Munro down there on the rocks really patiently.
There's still a chance, mate. You made it.
Well, Jake is doing the maths for you, Luke, and there's a chance we have done this before. and there's a good